Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XDC. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great, great world. We're going to talk about XDC. I'm going to start with this. Tokenization of gold might be the biggest use case in blockchain right now. As central banks keep stockpiling gold, XDC network is ready. Are you? This is going to be massive. In 1968, the London bullion market closed for 2 weeks. The world's largest precious metal market had run out of gold, drained by a 5-month run on America's stash by European central banks. The crisis marked the beginning of the end for Bretton Woods Standard, that had kept the dollar pegged to gold and currencies elsewhere to the dollar since 1944. Now, I feel the world is going back to the gold standard. Asset tokenization creates digital representation of assets on blockchain, meaning they can be freely traded and securely stored. And I feel that the same way we see diamonds through LCX being utilized as actual representations, I feel the same can happen for gold with other cryptocurrencies as well. A move by Saudi Arabia to ditch the dollar would resonate well with non-OPEC oil producers, such as Russia, China, and the European Union, which have been calling for moves to diversify global trade away from the dollar to dilute U.S. influence over the global economy. Now, as if they pull away from the U.S. dollar will fall in value, and when it does, crypto and stocks will definitely take off. Russia and China have mutual desires to be out from under the petrodollar. The whole world wants to unload the dollar because we have printed it into obscurity. Easy for them to tag team a return to the gold standard through BRICS. And I feel we are close to that happening. That's why the central banks are stockpiling gold right now. That means that these cryptocurrencies that we're buying at very cheap prices right now, at some point have to be at a high stable value to move all that value from one country to another. Any kind of massive payment has to transfer through crypto. For trade, it's going to be XDC. Look at all the payments that happen inside of trade right now. Not buying anything right now. Too much uncertainty of how regulations is going to affect crypto. ISO coins is a safe bet in my opinion. XDC, XRP, LCX, ALBT. Think about selling my ADA, to be honest. I sold my ADA a long time ago. I diversified it into XRP, XDC, and XLM. But we know once regulations come, cryptocurrencies like XDC are here for the long term. They're going to be part of the new financial system. You're not going to regulate out a cryptocurrency that's already in line to be utilized inside of trade. Think about it like that. Stasis deployed the largest euro stablecoin, EURS, on XDC network to boost Web3. Now, one thing I took notice to all of these ISO coins, on the network, they also have stablecoins being issued. And for XDC, it's no different. So, with the help of XDC, EURS gained support of new powerful tools and a new global community and enterprise participants. By now, we have enforced our brand sufficiently to see the need for our stablecoin be apparent in world markets. More companies are realizing the importance of transparency, and this is confirmation that we are doing our job right, educating the cryptocurrency community and improving the financial inclusion within Web3, said Stasis CEO. The XDC network is an enterprise-grade EVM-compatible Layer 1 network equipped with interoperable smart contracts, a highly optimized, bespoke fork of Ethereum. The XDC network reaches consensus through a delegated proof-of-stake mechanism, which allows for 2 secondary transaction time, near zero gas fees, and over 2,000 transactions per second. Secure, scalable, and highly efficient. The XDC network powers a wide range of novel blockchain use cases. And that's the thing. They're building on the XDC network because it's one of those networks that is fast, it's cheap, and it's green. And you still think that when regulations come, these ISO coins are in jeopardy in any way? I keep seeing people on crypto Twitter say, once regulations come, the ISO coins are going to disappear as well, and Bitcoin's going to be the only one left. Are you kidding me? Do you not see the way the world is moving right now? Everything is pushing towards utility and real world use case. And because we are headed back to the gold standard, these cryptocurrencies have to be at a high stable value. Electronic trade documents bill, why we need to seize the day with distributed ledger technologies. It is a more than material opportunity. We must do all we can to ensure that we support adoption. The change is permissive. It will allow those who want to transition to digital documents to do so, but will not mandate change. That is absolutely right, but it will be a test of confidence in the technology and will require significant culture change. I am doing my utmost, therefore, grabbing my megaphone to alert people to the possibilities. Any company that doesn't move to digital is still going to be left behind because the whole world is moving towards digital. And that electronics trade documents bill is the first step to XDC really taking off in price, in my opinion. Once trade goes digital, that's it. That's when we will see higher price XDC. It's hard to see right now because there's no price movement. The market looks so stagnant. And it's not just XDC, it's the other ISO coins as well. And that you can't get discouraged at a time like this. Just keep stacking at these cheap prices because I could see the future for XDC and it looks amazing. Look at the way the world is moving. People don't need to recognize XDC. XDC already has recognition. Once the digitization of all paper documents happen, UK will lead us into the fourth industrial revolution and the first G7 country to digitize trade. That alone is worth more than gold. And I believe everything is being fast-tracked in the UK right now. We're going to see everything happen there first. CBDCs, they'll probably have the first one. We will get a good look at life under a CBDC overseas before we see it here in the US. But again, once trade goes digital, you won't be buying XDC at these prices anymore. XDC and Flare Finance. It was great to catch up with the Xinfin official team on the next steps to launch the bridge. We agree on one additional audit before launching the Songbird Flare XDC bridge. Follow our normal deployment process. Cost and testing will occur first. And that's another major thing that's about to happen, Flare going live. CBDC, my favorite ones, most importantly XDC, QNT, and XRP. Now, when you look at this, there's only a couple cryptocurrencies that are tied to Flare. Algo is one of them. XDC is one of them. Ripple and Stellar. The other ones are part of the same CBDC setup. But I believe XDC is going to gain value from Flare. I believe XDC is also going to gain a lot of value from QNT. This is that massive network I'm always talking about on this channel. And it's getting built from the ground up. We're seeing it literally get built out. Once this goes live, you're not going to touch any of these cryptocurrencies. I feel XDC is going to be very high priced. A lot of people say $70 to $100. I think it's going to be much higher. The trade industry is massive. It's trillions of dollars. Pay attention to ISO 222 compliant tokens. Most financial institutions around the world are migrating behind the scenes. XLM, HBAR, Miota, XDC, Ripple, Algo, QNT, the next trend. And like I said, right now, some financial institutions are already getting ready. And I believe March is really going to tell the big story on where these cryptos are going in the future once ISO actually goes live. Don't be fooled by mainstream media news. The World Economic Forum has warned us many times of a cybersecurity attack on the financial system. This would put an end to the debt-based economic model once and for all, ushering in a new era of finance. XRP, XLM, XDC. And people think that a major event has to happen. I feel the same way. I think it's going to be a massive liquidity crisis. All of a sudden, we're going to have to bring in the new financial system to get us out of that crisis. We're going to need that on-demand liquidity that XRP brings to the table. But it's not going to be any different for XDC either. Like I said, a lot of money is going to be moving around the world. These cannot be cheap cryptocurrencies. Every bull run we've seen so far has been fueled by retail speculation. Imagine one where there's regulation, standards, and industry adoption all taking place. Something tells me that this will spark the next run. We have seen nothing yet. And I always see people still saying about market cap and previous cycles, but I think we're headed into something much bigger. I think we're headed into a utility-driven run. Nobody knows how long that lasts. If these cryptocurrencies are going to move money on a daily basis, they're not going to fluctuate in price either. Maybe we don't even have to sell our crypto. Maybe we could just hold on to it. Somehow utilize it through a bank card or something like that. Who knows what the opportunities are going to be in the future, because we're not quite there yet. We're still very early into crypto, but things are moving fast. Like I said, I don't think you have until 2024 to get into XDC. I think you need to be holding it at the same time Ripple wins that lawsuit. Because if Ripple wins, all of these cryptocurrencies are going to start skyrocketing in price. XDC will be one of them. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.